Hello everyone, and welcome to Telione, Season 2, Episode 68, where we begin a brand new arc. But first, let's go over what we had just recently done. In our last episode, we finished off the pirate water going across the Dorian Sea arc, where we had been to the frozen spire in the middle of the ocean, killed an undead dragon, got new pieces of Tiamat freed. That's not going to be a problem. I can promise that. We ran through the last few days of cloudy days. More sirens came, but we already know that those were pretty weak, so got to fast forward through that real quick. And just made our way to Tuvris proper. The continent of dwarves, halflings, and gnomes. At least that's what it used to be. Before the 40-year war, and ever since then it has been much more colonized, with all different heights being allowed within the grounds of Tuvris. Where we begin is the last day. You have arrived on Tuvris. A lot of the Stormmanes kissing the ground under their feet, as they are not water dwellers. They begin building tents to stay the night. A large bonfire begins. If you all want to do anything in celebration with these Stormmanes, you absolutely can, or we can move to the next events.
As soon as I set sight on the first tree, I'm just gonna go sprint full send towards it and wrap my arms around it. And because I already have like kind of flowers and butterflies, whatever, in my hair, as I hug it, you can see them just kind of start to bloom on the tree. And I'm just like, I have missed trees so much.
Yeah.
I just kind of like walk over as I see like Willow doing that. There are plenty of other trees on this plane if you ever want to like adventure out. But these, what kind of trees are these, DM? Such your tree knowledge.
Man, my tree knowledge is grand, and I have a redwood forest that's not on this continent.
Honestly, I'm gonna look at the tree and be like, do you have a name?
It does not reply.
Damn. It's not a treant.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
It would be crazy.
That would have been so crazy.
The one tree that's randomly on this beach. Nah, the beach expands for about 200 feet before it starts to become more of a forest and becomes a rocky and hilly terrain out in the distance from what you can tell. You guys did land at night, so vision is a little bit more difficult. But this is a nice oak tree, solid base, nice. You start to notice the very beginnings of the leaves starting to change as you are pushing into the later months. But yeah.
The trees here do look a little strange, though.
In what way?
Well, it's hard to tell in the light. The moon's not great. But they're not very colorful.
Are they supposed to be?
I mean, they're just a little dull, like, and there's no pixies hanging out in them, casting light, and I really shouldn't be surprised at this point, should I?
Oh, this tree in front of us, this great tree, is pretty on par for the rest of them. So, whatever you are describing,
some would even say this tree is bog standard.
Is a basic tree.
Oh, so then we have better trees out there. That this isn't our prime tree to show for those from other planes. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, don't judge this tree.
Oh, I still love him or her or them, because you know, it's a tree. But
Fair enough.
anyway, I just look at everyone. What are we doing?
No, you're good. I was gonna just walk off the boat and just I don't know, just try to just like ground himself. Probably joining some of the other Stormmanes and like kissing the ground and just being like, yes. Finally, solid land. Ugh, water is so disgusting. Ugh, finally. And then he starts making he makes a cocoon and just enjoys just being in the earth. It just rolls around in it. It's like, finally.
Wakia, as after everyone has gotten off the ship, taken out the bottle that you had seen once before, rubs the top of it, and you see smoke billow out of it, enrapture the ship, and it gets sucked back into the bottle, and you see the Loyal Watcher inside of its bottle once more. They start setting up their own tent with Aubrey Masterflower. The king and queen are around, enjoying the cloudy night sky, as they don't really have any cover, so it's good that we landed at night. Bivrel still looks pissed, but that's just their face.
Mm.
Do we have any supplies that weren't on the ship that we get them off, like the food, water, and stuff like that?
Yeah, if you wanted to, you absolutely could. Take anything that you needed off of the ship.
What's
Your super pearl that has been whittled down.
You thought about what you're doing with that pearl? Just wondering, Captain.
Oh, I had to make it. I wanted to hit Targrim to make it into like a little pearl necklace,
Okay.
like a little.
But what about the rest of it?
And the other 150
where's
pounds.
They can just toss it. It can be the new anchor for the boat.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The festivities begin. You see Sartine and Alexandria go off into the forest hunting for some supplies. Alistair is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, as he tends to do, being the tallest by far. The tribe leaders of 10, Alicia, Mother, and such, they seem to have set their tent up and are talking within that at the moment, while the rest of the people and the kids are enjoying the bonfire, making song and stuff like that.
I have an idea, but I'm trying to think. Yeah. Point after like putting getting all his gear together. Enos, I have an experiment. I need you for this, if you don't mind.
Oh boy, I love your experiments.
Does anyone have anyone have a barrel or some sort of table? Just calling out to anyone.
Yeah, Alistair has 2 barrels over his shoulder that he's bringing towards his tent. Looks over. Yes, I have a couple. What do you need it for?
It's just for a second. It's just for a second. Kai is going to do some mental math in his head. Okay, I think this will work. Hello, Kai looks at you and is like, I think you'll like this spell. And he casts Guardian of Nature, and you see Kai's red hair turn into autumn leaves, and they kind of just drape over him. Alright, and then you see him turn into this brown bear that's also made out of autumn leaves, and you just hear the words arm wrestle and puts his claw on the barrel. And as a guardian of nature, in primal form on all strength checks.
Nice. So, contested athletics checks from the two strong boys.
You put your
I
ass on
still
raging.
think you'll beat me, but for sure, I would be surprised if you. I would be. I don't want you to hold back against me.
As soon as I grasp his hand, it's just like immediately, just like the spirits just form and like my veins kind of pop out. And I'm like, I'm ready.
Okay, I need to see strength of a bear.
Yeah. Basically, at this
Strength
point, as
of-
these two creatures of absolute strength show off their full potential, everything else has stopped at this point. All the Stormmanes are just staring over and just watching, wanting to see how this goes.
Of course they are.
Okay.
To see if Chief Enos can beat a bear.
Turn my moment
A
to
lava bear made out of autumn leaves. An autumn leaf bear, actually.
I'm probably just standing
Okay.
next to Giltesh, like intently watching excitedly, like, what's supposed to happen?
So I to make sure I understand what's happening here, because I was reading through spells, but I have a shit ton now. I don't remember. Y'all are arm wrestling, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And kind of like as you like say that, I'm like they're trying to see who's stronger, and so they're trying to push each other's hand to the table, but they can't lift their elbow off the table because that's cheating.
You said athletics, right?
Yep, contested athletics, both with advantage because we got a rage and a spell going on.
Also,
And
a question: were we supposed to level up before the session?
Most likely, yes.
Okay, sorry, it was so long ago that I forgot.
Yep, you're good.
It should be level 11.
Yeah, we should be
Yep.
level 11.
Okay, you guys continue. It'll only
Yeah.
take me a second.
So I rolled a 26.
I
have a
rolled
+9.
I rolled a 23.
Oh,
So in the first leg of this journey, you see the spectral figures around Enos almost wrap their hands around his and start to push your giant bear paw down, which is almost twice the size of Enos's hand. So the size difference is quite shocking. Second round.
Come on, bear. Come
Yeah.
on.
oh, is that a? Okay, that's an 18 plus 9, so it's a 27.
I want to hopefully I can crit because. Okay, so we got a crit. We got the natural 20 this
Oh,
time.
Jesus.
But you still might beat me. It would be a 25.
Okay. Enos, with all of your strength, you feel the energy of this bear pushing back against you. You know you should have won right here, but he's so close. You have him right where you need him. You need to hit him one more time to win this. That natural 20 saved you from a loss, but it did not let you go back to even. As we go into the
Come
third
on.
round of veins popping on one and autumn leaves frilling up on the other.
Natural 20
Oh, Jesus.
God, I need a crit again. I need a crit, please.
for a 29.
For a 19.
As your hand is just hovering the other side of the barrel, you feel as the natural 20 just cracks straight through the barrel and both of your hands get soaking wet with wine.
Oh,
You just see a bear covered in like an autumn, like ginger bear covered in wine, just just gets up and just snorts and then just like and waddles away.
I start licking the wine off my hand.
Yes, I'm still going to drink that as he takes the barrel with him.
That was fun.
I wild shape out of it. Just thank you. That was amazing, and that gave me all I needed for that experiment. Thank you so much.
No, that was fun. I had a great time, and it seems like everyone enjoyed it. Just look around,
Yeah.
everyone's still looking at us.
Yeah. while you were in bear form, you see like the kids like run up to you and they're trying to pet you. Like, he's made of leaves. He's made of leaves.
Oh yeah, because I'm probably still in the guardian of nature form, so I just look very me, and I don't have flowers in my hair, but it's definitely like the rock is now bark, and then the just fire hair is now just autumn leaves just running down his back and face.
Yeah, like all the kids are very mystified by. He's like, "Wow, you're a bear. That's really cool," and all that stuff. About an hour later, the king and queen walk up to the group of you. So, we're now on land, which is far better than the circumstance we were in before. What is your game plan from here?
Well, I have a family in Aragorn that I want to check up on, but also where my family is, where they're staying, one of the god family that we talked about before, the man who was on the ocean, all of that, his family members are there, and something about that.
Well, at least Tarragorn is a place that we have good correspondence with, typically. It would be good to speak to Targrim. If he's still alive, that is. I don't know what would kill him first, old age or this family. Is that... Wait, did I just fuck up his name? Tagrin. That's... I did fuck it up. It's okay. Tagrin.
Okay. I was like, where's Targrim?
It's like, wait a minute. Targrim is a different person. Tagrin. That's going to confuse the shit out of me now. Yes. Hopefully he's still within his castle, but we don't know what this family could do to Tarragorn. If you are planning on going there, we'd like to go as well. Having more political power in one place is definitely better than having us spread out in a moment like this.
Okay. I understand.
Do you guys have cover, an umbrella or something?
The easy answer would be no. Yes, as we had that magic over Telione, and we haven't been outside except for nighttime. If Tarragorn still works the way it did before, we should be able to stay within the residential district without too much anguish, but going above that will definitely cause us some problems. So we'll still have to move at night. Well, the residential district sits around where the clouds land, so we are better off within the clouds than we are in direct sunlight.
Aragorn is very elevated. It's kind of on the base of... It's on a mountain, kind of very sloped.
Yeah. A lot of the buildings are in the mountain, so we don't have to worry about sunlight, which is a huge benefit for us.
So we should probably head out before the sun rises, or after? How do we...
That's completely up to you. Getting up to where Tagrin will be, it would take us a couple hours. It is a very windy road. A lot of walking, but there are shortcuts.
Well, about traveling, I have a spell that can take us to where my house is in Tarragorn immediately.
Huh. Expedition is definitely beneficial right now. Yes, seeing as our two options are get there fast or stay with the barbarians, as nicely as I can say it, any longer.
Alright. Well, okay. Just give me a second. I'm polishing up this spell. Ember just taught it to me not too long ago. Ember kind of just sits there and just barks at, like, happily, just wagging his fire tail.
Wolf.
Alright.
It's the lowest.
I just look at the king and queen and everyone who's going. Ready now? Because I can go now if we're going.
Oh, where are we going now? Did we want to? I don't know. I mean, I'm fine leaving now. Just give me 1 second, actually. I'm gonna go find my mom and dad.
Okay. You go over to the first tent that was put up, which would have the chieftains and... I can't think of the actual word that I'm supposed to be saying. I can't remember the word I had called them before. But the chief and their associates' tent. You walk in, you see Ten, Alicia,
Elders.
Orion, the elders, that's the word. You see Ten, Alicia, Roy, Orion, and Mother are in there. They have a table set up, and they're trying to figure out this continent and what to do next.
I'm just gonna walk in, sit down.
And our chief finally joins us.
Yes, sorry about that. I was wondering what the plans are to do next. Again, I was only meant to be chief temporarily because Ballister. I honestly don't believe that I'm prepared yet to really take over.
Yeah.
My friends and I are going to keep moving and seeing what we can do. I guess gather more forces to fight this family in the meantime. And obviously traveling in a big group is a bad idea, so I'm not really sure what plans you guys have in the meantime.
You see your mom has a big smirk on her face. So Alexandra did teach you something. Okay, that's good.
Right. Yes.
But if your concerns do lie within your adventures, we have a couple options that Mother has brought up to us. Yes, so we are... Since I'm the knowledge of history for the Stormmane, we do know that there are sub-tribes of us that no longer carry our names, but may still have respect for us. So they've been all over the known world, at least, and one of our options is to go and try and find more of our like-minded individuals. Our other option that Roy was much more interested in was just setting up shop here. We don't know where nearby cities are. Our map is extremely outdated. But why is this music so intense? Because I didn't set it to repeat, that's why. That would help. If we set up shop here, we could be prepared and basically as set up as we were in a month or so. But if we need to stay on the move, we absolutely can. It's not like we're easy to kill. We're like roaches.
Some would say. I think it's best that you stay on the move. I have DM.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have 2 sets of sending stones.
Yes, I believe so.
Because before Raskus left, he left us his stone. And I know we had another one that Eleonora had, but I think I found it in her bag.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I would have... I think Kai has the other was one. So I would have 1 full set on me.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna just put the stone down on the table and just hold on to this, and if we need to reach you, we will. If we need to find you, we'll call out to you for whenever we decide when and where we will need our forces to meet.
And we still aren't really sure what Aubrey Masterflower and Wakia are going to be doing?
That is also a great question. We should ask them about.
Because if they need to, they can hang out with us. That is no bother. We can continue moving. If you want us to stay on the move, that's perfectly fine with us. We have enough hands and strength to carry all of our supplies. No problem. Grenjar, we can fashion him a backpack or something.
Right. I think it would make sense if they stay with you, to have a crew in case they need to go back.
Because theoretically, they are just
well,
rogue agents at the moment. They don't really have
Correct.
anyone to listen to. If Aubrey Masterflower, I think you said, was a general, so
Well,
she kind of
when the world
makes the
was
rules.
normal. Yeah, I guess I'll go ask her. But if you guys are going to keep moving, just keep that in mind. And if you need to reach us, you can also use it to reach me, in any case. But I just wanted to let you know we will be heading out, if not soon, probably first thing in the morning.
At this point in time, you notice that Alicia and Ten are just not looking at you. Give me an insight check.
While
He's
he
gonna
rolls
go
that real,
first.
while he rolls that real quick, did Aubrey come back from the hag?
Yes, because Bivrel succeeded on divine intervention.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to double check that.
Where I was like, the
Storyline.
person that doesn't care the most rolled the success. So like, that's insane. I don't have my notebook.
Just
No,
wanted
I
to double
remember
check.
because we were fighting hard for her to come back.
Oh
We were
yeah,
trying we were trying
Yeah.
everything.
I just couldn't
Yeah.
remember if it actually.
Whether she's still pregnant or not, we're not aware. But
Yeah, that's not our concern.
Anywho,
I hope
Anywho.
she's good though.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. It was literally the last day of travel it got back, is what I just read. She came back.
let me look at. I'm looking for the real quick, because I have Rune Carver.
But yes, Ian,
okay,
thank you
yeah,
for checking me on that.
The Stone Ruin says I have advantage on Wisdom checks.
Okay.
Because I
What
would
do you
always
have that
technically
rune on?
have both of them on me. That's a great fucking question. We'll get back to you, and I'll just roll one die.
Okay. That's what I thought, nerd.
Okay. Without a plus, that's gonna be a 12.
Your parents are sad because they just got you back, and now they feel like they're losing you again.
I'm gonna I'm assuming I sat down. It's like a table. I'm assuming we're like sitting on the floor, but there's like a table on the floor.
Yeah.
As I go to stand up, I'm just gonna because I can't really look at them either. I'm just gonna turn and say, I will come back soon, and I will take my place when I feel like I'm ready as chief. But right now, I can't. There's so much out here left for me to do.
Yeah. You hear a chuckle from your father. It's like, yes, you can't go dying out there without taking my spot. So you have to come back. You don't have any siblings, and we know we can't trust Alistair to take the throne. Okay, it was one bad week for him, okay? He said he was gonna go on a trip, and he came back changed. That's not my fault. And that's not his fault. Magic is way out of our realms of expertise.
I agree. Alistair's not a bad person at heart. But I will return.
That's a promise that a Stormmane makes. So that promise better come true.
And just nod. Just touch my shoulder. And then I walk out of the tent.
Yeah, Alicia gives you a big hug, and you can just see that she's been crying the entire time you were in there. And Ten does the forearm grab with you, and you feel a shock of lightning just go up your arm. He just stares you in the eyes, pats you on the shoulder, and doesn't say anything else as you leave.
So fine. I'll group up with everyone else and say we should probably ask Aubrey as well what they plan on doing. I was just reminded. I think, are they better now? Are they? I know they just got back from the almost dead a couple days ago.
Let's see what my notes say.
I imagine that she's not 100%, but I imagine she's not catatonic, if that makes sense.
I guess we
She
should
can move
ask her if she
around, but
plans-
not so strong.
Yeah. I guess we should ask her if she plans on coming with us or if she wants to stay with Stormmanes to use them as a crew in case they need to sail again.
Yeah. Where is she?
You see a tent that isn't fully closed. So it's more of like an angle, and it has an open front to it, where you see two beds are. You see Aubrey Masterflower laying in one, and Waikia sitting on the other.
Is there a rope attached to Aubrey still, or did?
Oh,
or is that...
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I completely forgot about that, but yes, there absolutely is still a rope.
I kind of sheepishly walk in because I don't want to disturb anything that's if they're talking or whatever. But I just
Yeah, it's dead
General
silent,
mass.
and with you probably have a high passive insight as well. Waikia is just zoned out.
okay. I sit down next to Wake. Hi.
Hello. How are you guys doing with all the festivities and such?
It's a bit odd, but it feels good to be back on land.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I can run on water for a good distance, but even I am not. This should be my favorite place to be, but as of recently, not so much.
I understand. Well, our team wanted to know what are your next move. The king and queen plan on going with us to be with more not Targrim. Now you got me saying
Yeah,
Targrim.
I'm so sorry.
Targrim. It's okay. They're going with us to meet Targrim in Targorn. And yeah, Targrim Targorn. Targrim and Targorn. We wanted to see what was your move. Are you coming with us as well, or are you going to stay with the Stormmane tribe?
Aubrey sits up a little
Thoughts,
bit.
opinions.
Well, with the Stormmane tribe, we know that we have a lot of meat shields, at least. Very strong and capable meat shields. Is there any type of medical or religious things within Tarragorn? Surprising to not really anyone, neither of us have ever really been there.
I feel like the answer is yes.
There is one. There's a temple to
Yeah.
Malil within the residential districts.
Yeah, there is one. To Melo. If that's okay. I don't know much about her, to be honest. Him.
Well, we're not religious, but Aubrey looks over at Waikia. There are still some unsolved brain things that being with the Stormmanes won't really be solved.
Yeah.
for mobility purposes, we could go with them. But seeing as how I'm still in awful, awful shape, and she's like nods to you, being like, I don't have to repeat myself. I don't know where we should go. I was a general for 3 weeks before everything went to shit.
Okay. Well, how we're looking at it right now, I think with the Stormmanes you might be more safe, but you won't have answers. But if you go with us, you might get answers, but you'll be in danger. And
danger's not good.
Yeah. Spell that I'm using will take us to Targrim quickly, but in the shape that you're in right now, moving needs to be something that you can do.
Fuck. If you have the king and the queen and Bivrel, you don't need us. We'll just slow you guys down. We'll stay with the Stormmanes. If our afflictions get worse, at least we know we'll have someone to kill us without mercy. Or with mercy. One of the two.
Maybe. Yeah, I feel like you definitely would be in safer hands with them. And if you need anything, I know you can figure out a way to contact us somehow.
Yeah. We have our ways. You have your ways. I've had someone talk to me recently that I didn't think was going to come up for a while. So maybe I can use them to send you some messages. A good old friend of ours.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I hope you feel better soon.
Hey, this bed, I will admit, not as soft as the hag's bed, but I feel 1,000 times safer.
I give the very worried look after she says the hag and is like, oh yeah, that's still on the they're still out there. Just like it's just a wave of like, oh yeah, that's a thing. And then well good night. And just walks out of that tent just like, oh, the hag is still out there.
Yeah, you notice once Aubrey starts to do a lot of the talking, Wakia zones out again. You get a good feeling that her affliction is getting probably worse, but it's just up shit's creek. You guys have tried a lot. You guys have done a lot to try and help her, but it's a losing battle. But yeah.
Sorry, one last thing from me before we leave. I'm sorry.
You're all good.
I'm closing out my backstory. My people are leaving. I have to do this. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I'm gonna. While he was talking to Wakia and Masterflower, I'm gonna find Alexandria.
Yeah, her and Sartine have come back. They have a couple deer on their shoulders. By shoulders, I mean Sartine's shoulders. Mm-hmm. They're coming back. They're starting to skin them next to one of the tents to prepare them for cooking.
As I walk up, I'm just gonna like, Sartine, can I have a moment with Alexandria?
Absolutely. Gives you a wink and walks away. Gives you a wink and then does like the I got my eyes on you and walks away. That's
it. That's on character.
You just hear a crossbow cocking in the background very far away.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm going to talk with Alistair.
I just if I wanted to speak to you before I left again. I know
If you're gonna speak and leave, at least help me skin the other deer.
Right. Yeah, I guess I should know how to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just help out. As I'm doing that, I'm just gonna... If there's anyone outside of my family who I owe an apology to for leaving without saying anything, it's you.
The boy that always comes back. Hopefully you'll keep that. There's
I'll
one
come
thing
back.
you'll keep.
I'll come back again. But this time I figured I should at least tell you I'm leaving.
Yeah. You'd think all the training I had done with you, you wouldn't get lost in our woods.
They're trickier than they seem, I guess.
Yeah. Once you go past the second mile, it just becomes trees on trees. But this terrain's definitely different. Rockier,
And obviously,
a lot more hills.
I was never as good a tracker as you were. So it was easier for me to get lost.
Yeah. You were one of the nobles in our tiny little world.
Well, it's a lot bigger than when we were little, it seems.
Yeah. And we might even be able to be the heroes. At least some
That's
of
the
us.
No, all of us.
You hear,
Stormmane.
oops!
Oh. Okay.
Sartine just accidentally fired into the sands.
As impossible as it might seem, the Stormmanes will, I hope, get their name and respect back after all this.
Yeah.
For the part they play.
And this time it won't be just the name of your grandfather. It'll be a team effort.
That's my hope.
A family over just one mere dictator.
That's my hope. Well, I should get going. I think they're waiting for me.
Yeah. As you go to turn, she grabs you by the shirt and gets close to your ear. If you die fighting this fucking family, I'm gonna have to kill you. And gives you a kiss on the cheek and throws you away.
As I walk away, I'll stay alive and just make sure you do this, right?
Someone has to keep Alistair in check.
I know one of us has to. And I walk away.
Anything else for Giltesh and Willow?
I think I'm just maybe teaching Giltesh how to do like a dance. Like I'm assuming the bonfire is still kind of going. So I'm just kind of like teaching everyone like a dance that we would have done back in our own tribe.
Oh, goodness.
And just like having everyone sing and we're all kind of just having a grand old time.
Yeah. Giltesh is one, difficult because of your new location of your eyes.
Uh-huh.
And it still just constantly swings around, so it is very disorienting.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you were much of a dancer. You could correct me on that.
Oh, no. No, I did not have time to dance. I was studying in the library. And it's very, because I rolled just out of curiosity, I rolled a 2.
On the performance?
So very, very fitting.
Mickey Hill's just taking your hands, like barely holding onto your finger, like, no, like this, and trying to show you.
I don't understand. And I'm like almost like frustrated, like shaking. Just so angry.
There's
But
something about
whatever.
the highest in Wiz's character going, I don't understand.
But whenever Mikiel is there, I'm like, okay, all right, I'll continue to try.
Yeah. You are all able to meet up. It's pushing probably 11:30, if not midnight, at this point, after all the talks and festivities are going. Alistair has drunk most of his barrel. So he is just unconscious.
Good.
I had one more thing I wanted to try once everyone kind of settles for bed.
Okay.
If Enos is awake.
I think the thought was to teleport to
I think I would
Terragor
live in
today.
So I'm just kind
That's
of chilling. I'm waiting now.
Like, while everyone's kind of dying down, the party's kind of... I was going to pull Enos aside before we head out.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh.
You remember when we were on the boat and Kai and I figured out that your memory was altered?
I remember something about that, but then there was more pressing situations
That was never resolved.
with someone being on a roof and a hag.
Fucking George.
I'm just gonna try to retcon this to make it make sense because of like leveling up, but I want to make it thematic. Well, I was talking some with Giltesh the last few days of the boat ride, and I've been able to learn a spell because I know you said it was due to some curse that you guys have. I was wondering if you wanted me to try to remove the curse so you could get your memory back.
DM, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we rolled, right? I think I rolled for that to see if I could remember or not remember.
And I'm pretty sure you failed.
I failed, so I wasn't that. I didn't necessarily believe that my mind had been altered. Was that
Yeah, it's just
the
like
roll?
your memory is your memory, and
Yeah.
you know what you read to be fact.
Yeah.
Even if they're saying
Okay.
there's something weird going on.
Okay.
Like if
That's
you
what I thought.
if you want to make another check now, you absolutely can.
Sure. As I'm thinking about it, like she's talking to me. What is this?
It would be a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. It's gonna go great.
And I believe I said before the DC was 18.
Well, I rolled a 12.
So you're just like
I'm assuming plus nothing.
plus nothing
No.
it would be correct.
Nothing.
Question.
Yes.
Would a higher level spell lower the DC?
Especially because I would be casting Remove Curse at 5th level, because that's how my spells work. I know it doesn't technically change anything, but if I were to do Remove Curse at a 5th level, would it make it easier for him to potentially fix his memory? Even if he doesn't necessarily think anything's wrong, if he lets me still try it anyway.
Like, it's an interesting way of wording this, because you're saying remove curse on a modify memory, which is not a curse, from my understanding.
I know, but I'm saying if he
But
was
it's
saying
because
because
of
he's
that, yeah.
cursed.
Patch.
So if it doesn't, because I can't magically give him his memory back, but if I am able to remove some of the curse, if maybe it's easier for someone else to figure out his memory, or if he starts to get some of the pieces back.
Well, because my whole thing was I technically have greater restoration.
We both do, yeah.
Yeah. Which is like I don't want to look it up because I don't know off the top of my head.
I
Just if modify memory is a charm.
Oh, I was gonna say something different. We don't have the.
Yeah, the components is the more difficult aspect
We
of
have-
greater restoration.
We have the diamonds. We don't have diamond dust.
Yeah.
We used to for something else.
You guys had
I
gotten
didn't-
Diamond Dust in Carleone to be able to do an amplified version of Greater Restoration in the Joyous Knights Medical Center.
Yes, I remember
right.
that.
Unless we ask the Stormmane to crush a diamond real quick to just be like, "Hey, crush this."
I feel like Mother would have a mortar or pestle to grind that shit up.
So
That's a strong ass pestle.
even then, we are going to like a pretty heavy like blacksmithing environment. So potentially we could just find diamond dust.
Look,
We can always do the Greater Restoration later. I just
Yeah.
wanted to see if maybe taking some of the curse off would make him start to question some of the, because like Enos has very adamantly been like, no, like I know what I know,
yeah.
but I'm like,
What I'll say
go back.
is you can make a charisma check with a +2 on top. So you'd have a +6 to this. And if you roll well enough, it will be able to lower his curse. A number that I will decide. Does remove curse have any components?
Ooh.
Let me check. If it does it, I think it was a pretty low requirement. Let me check.
Because the other characters have learned stuff about how this curse works and components.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, not
Components are very.
specifically this curse.
No, just verbal and somatic.
Let's
Okay.
go.
So,
So you said a charisma?
yep,
plus
charisma with a
two.
+2. So you have a +4 right
Plus
now,
6
so it's a
total.
+6, yes.
Come on, Willow.
God,
Come
guys,
on.
do not fail me.
Come on.
If anyone wants to assist somehow,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not here, so how?
I cannot. I don't. I have Bane. I don't have Bless.
Let's check my spells real quick. I don't think I have like anything for this.
well, like, even to
actually.
just give the help
Spells.
action for advantage, not even just like
Oh, then yeah,
plus
I'll give.
spells.
Oh, for sure.
like if you
Yeah,
have a
give that.
spell that would be able to work with this spell in some way to amplify it.
Yeah, I will give. The target can roll. Yeah, if I give Enos,
If we give Enos Bane,
I don't know
that'd be
if-
interesting.
I was gonna say resistance, so he can learn how to like do like remember better.
That would theoretically work.
Like, so I'll go over to Enos as this is happening, and these like fireflies kind of just start coalescing around your brain, around your skull, and just start flying around.
Here's
Trying to
my
put
thing,
you at
though.
ease.
Really quick.
So
Here's
is
my
this
thing.
advantage for me, or would it give advantage for Enos on his DC? Or on his rolls?
This is up to Brian. Do you want to give Willow advantage, or do you want to give Enos the resistance for this ability?
The
I feel
wording
like Enos
of
needs it more.
That's what I was thinking.
Well,
I don't have a plus in my wisdom. I would need to roll an 18. But if you're trying
I'm
to
gonna
lower
give-
it, it would be better. In my opinion. It would be easier to roll.
I can give it to Enos because I think Monty was saying like depending on how well I roll will depend on how much the DC is lowered. So there's still Val will still need to roll really high no matter what. I think the advantage would be better on him.
But here's
Okay.
here's my thing. Hold on, real quick, before we do any of this. Here's my thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with me.
Yeah, but Willow was asking
What are you guys
if you
saying?
would trust her to use this ability.
Do I trust you? That's the
oh my
question.
god. Are we doing this right now?
As the last person who participated in the do you trust me thing, we gotta end it.
I'll let it happen.
Okay.
Then I'll
I
give it
rolled
to
an
Enos.
18.
So an 18 total, or you rolled an 18?
18 total.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
So, Enos, you say, okay, I don't see anything wrong. I'll trust you, as you feel one hand hit the front of your chest and one hand hit you on the back.
35.
Yeah, basically. You just go straight through his ribcage and he dies instantly as your hands touch.
Fatality!
Cosmic hey, yeah.
And this is where we learned tonight's episode is sponsored by... Man, that'd be wild, right?
Duolingo. Just kidding, no.
Not.
For Hispanic Heritage Month, we are sponsored by Duolingo, and I'll be streaming my Spanish lessons every day for the rest of the month. I could do that.
If only it were true.
Yeah,
would be hilarious.
That'd be so fucking funny.
It would be hilarious, but like, how could you do? I can't do my lessons for more than 10, 15 minutes at a time.
Catherine, you need to check your Curse of Insanity in Roll20.
Oh Lord!
Oh, that means it might not have been enough.
No, it's enough. It's just transfer to Willow now.
Ah.
Oh shit! That would be crazy.
So, you hit Enos in the chest. What does your magic look like for remove curse?
Especially since I've gone back to the spring side of things, I just imagine like vines, kind of incorporeal vines around him with flowers, and then as they remove the curse, like the flowers almost die to try to take the curse with them.
Yeah,
and then they like retract.
Yeah, you see them start to wilt. They do not fall off as you expect as they pull back into your hand.
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
Who else has this? Oh, I can change Val's as well, actually. Val, your Curse of Insanity has been updated as well. Just kidding. I didn't update this one. Now it's updated correctly.
Oh damn!
Did resistance do anything? Did it help him?
He has to roll now, but that was only the first half of all this. So,
All right.
Good golly!
Now Enos, the DC is 14.
Woo!
Come on, dog.
And
you have a D4.
I have advantage.
You just have a D4.
Oh,
That's what resistance is.
Okay. All right.
It was either you get a D4 or Willow can get rid of more of your curse.
We'll take what we can get.
Okay.
Take what we can get.
That's a 12 on the D20. Now let's
Okay.
roll the D4.
Okay, come on, resistance.
50-50 here.
Oh.
That's a 1.
Ah!
13.
They do all this. You think about what they've said once more. It's like, nah, that letter feels the same.
I appreciate that, but I don't know. I mean, I wish I could show you guys the letter, but I burned it so you guys would believe me. But I burned it.
What a line. I burned it so you would believe me.
No, I meant to say it was reversed, okay? I wish I could show you so you would believe me, but I burned it, is what I meant to say. Enough is dyslexic. Alright.
Okay. Well, whenever we get some components, we can try something maybe with a little more juice in it.
I mean, if you guys believe it'll help. I mean, I'm pretty certain about what I saw. I know I have trouble reading, but I'm pretty sure I know what I read.
Okay.
We should get going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that was a spectacle to watch, but apparently we're going to another capital. Whoop-de-doo. I have
Is
my...
that by Vrel talking?
Is that by Vrel?
Okay.
I had to remember their voice. It's like, it just snuck up. It's just snooty as fuck.
They're so smug.
Snuck up.
Yeah, snuck up. They snuck up on you guys to be stuck up. So...
Hey, Vrel, quick question. Are we splitting those 3 chests that we found between all of us since it was a group effort? I know I owed you money, but not everybody else in the group did. Like, I'm just trying to be fair.
I could split some of it if you so want more money. I saw you got some from the other pirates.
Well, I got some to pay you in case I still owed you some. But like I said, my friends didn't owe you anything. So I'm just trying to be fair to everyone, since it was a group effort.
If you want me to start counting coin right
You
now...
can keep my share, is what I'm saying. You can keep my share, and if that'll make us even. And then just split the rest among the other 3.
Do you want me to count coin now, or do you want to wait for us to get to Tarragorn?
I mean, you had a couple days. I figured you'd done it by now, but okay.
Damn.
We can wait.
You didn't ask, and finders keepers, as I did find you at the bottom of the ocean.
I appreciate that, which is why I'm giving you my share. But yeah, you can count it in Tarragorn. I guess we're kind of in a hurry before the sun comes up.
Yes, that would be beneficial for us.
Yeah, you can do it later. Just wanted to put that out there. Thank you, bye-bye.
Well, seeing as how this is midday for us, we're ready to go. We have all of our stuff packed. Byvrel has it all. So, if you have a way of getting to Tarragorn instantly, let's do it.
I was like trying to knock on a tree that looks big enough of like to put like a rock hole ear up to the tree, just knocking on each one. Like, okay, perfect, okay. Everyone, this is gonna look really weird, but I need when I do the spell, I just need you to jump in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I find the densest tree like wide enough for king, queen, Byvrel, everyone for their masses. Whole lot of mass on this team. And I look for where the roots of the tree like combined, like at the base. And after I pinpoint it, I's hand kind of glows this orangish red color and sticks his hand where that center point is of all the roots, and you see like a portal just rip open as he pulls it apart at the base of the tree. Everyone jump in now. This is the spell. It's gonna take us to my house in Terra. Now.
Well, off we go. You all
Very...
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's very Alice in Wonderland of like jumping down the tree and just being portaled through.
You all head through, and you stumble out into this beautiful plaza that I will explain after a couple other things. It is extremely hard to breathe for all of you. You just went from sea level to thousands of feet above sea level. You guys... It is extremely hard to breathe as soon as you get there. The temperature drops by 30 degrees, if not more. So it is much colder instantly. And everyone but Willow, you didn't realize that being on the boat for that long, you haven't felt a presence like this in a while, but you can feel the presence of the Tansian family here.
Yucky.
It's by no means as powerful as Helena's, but you can still feel it radiating in this area. But the plaza is really nice. It seems to be in the center of a neighborhood, but even then it is still hard to tell as a cloud is rolling through, which gives this impossible amount of fog to this area, but it's still calming. There's a slight wetness you feel, but it's almost refreshing if it wasn't so cold. As you feel the cloud just moving through the district, you can see that the tree you came out of is a fairly grandiose tree. It has these beautiful red leaves on it. And looking around you, you can see a bunch of these carts. And the smell of these carts is amazing. You can smell fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. You can smell spices that have been homegrown around here. And yeah, Kai, you would know this to be the food market that's located in the neighborhood next to yours. So you're only about 10-minute walk away. The roads here are extremely wide, pushing 20 to 25 feet. They are very well worn, beautiful stonework though. And going to the side of the road, you can see that there are alleyways that go into the next row and the next row and the next row down. The city is built like it's set in a terrace style, where it's just a layer over layer over layer over layer, where you see on the other side of the road windows, doors, houses that are embedded into the wall. In between the houses, you see these alleyway stairs that seem to go up to the next floor that follows the road that continues traveling up and up and up and up and up this mountain. I think that's as much describing as I need to do for this city for the moment.
After Kai catches his breath, or probably between gasps, is just like, my home's right over there. If we need somewhere to stay for the night for a little bit. I forgot how it feels up here. But I'm happy that we're here. I wish it was under better circumstances, but yeah.
Yeah. You travel the few minutes, you know the easy alleyways to go through. A lot of the buildings are topped with little gardens, even. It seems like all the stonework is the structures of these buildings and roads, just to make it so that the mountain doesn't crumble in on itself. But on top of most of these buildings are small grass patches that have beautiful gardens along them. Some of the sides buildings are just covered in vines. It's a very nature area all around. But you arrive at your house. What do they see? The front inlet of your house.
So they see these two like big window panes, like at the face of the house, and it really just looks like it's injected into the mountain. And you see a wooden, like, it's not wooden, but you see a well-crafted door made out of different sorts of metals and other material, and it looks like it's burnt and welded and together. Like the metal and material is just formed together. And all over, if you look hard, you see emblems. You see anvils with a little crack in between on each part of the door, if you look close enough. Everyone, come in.
Yeah, man. When we were told that it was going to be hard to breathe up here, they weren't lying.
I open the door. I open the door, and when everyone's inside, you see a little rug that has a bunch of scorch marks in it, and a lot of like comfy on the inside. But with everything that's comfy in there, you see multiple burn marks on it. On the other end of the in the house, you see a door that also has this filigree of different metals, and you see different paintings and pictures of volcanoes and other type of natural life. It's a very earthy aesthetic in this room.
Would we even be able to be safe to say that one of them is basically Targrim, which is on the side of a volcanic mountain?
Yeah, one of them is definitely Targrim, for sure.
Okay.
Is it any easier to breathe in here?
Yeah, once you get inside, it almost seems like being within some of the buildings makes it easier, at least because you're not getting hit by wind or clouds, that you can actually start to focus on breathing a lot better. And since a lot of these buildings are sealed fairly tight, it has a normal atmosphere in here.
This is very lovely, Kai.
Thank you. I didn't know what to do with it, and I learned very quickly that my body and comfy things don't really mix. But it's okay. I'm learning to adapt. Gosh, I haven't been here in so long. Every scorch mark that's inside Kai's house just reminds him of how naive he used to be. And just like, yeah. It's like a walk down memory lane, but also a little bit embarrassed. Just like, oh god.
And how big is this house? Like, how many rooms do you have?
I would say that I would have it would have 3 rooms.
Okay.
For sure.
Do you have a bedroom that I could lay Mikhail down in? I look down at him and he's definitely like out. I would really like to not have to keep holding him.
Yeah, if you go down that hall, there's a guest room.
On the left or the right?
On the right. There's a there's a giant picture of a geode.
Well, I don't expect you all to want to stay up the rest of the night. We could try to make it to the top of the mountain ourselves, unless you want to accompany us and go into politics. I don't know how interested you all are in that. But, Kai, you did say that your family should be around here. And
yes,
he puts his large one hand on your shoulder. I think that's far more important than politics at the moment.
I do agree. Once he says family, his face definitely kind of metaphorically breaks, and it's like, oh, didn't leave that in the best situation. But yeah, you're totally right.
So we can all go our way. You can go your way. Bivrel, you remember how to get here, right? Why is your sense of direction so incredibly bad? We just got here. What do you mean? Yes, I know how to get around this city. I've been here once before. We can get back here by morning. Hopefully Targrim should be awake. If not, we'll be at the castle. We can put in a good word for you, if need be.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, be careful, because the last, I think, if I'm remembering this correctly, that Kai was there. Yes, because it was in the Church of Night or whatever, right? Where the treants were, and we got the...
That was so long ago. This is in the Underdark. Yeah. I don't remember this shit.
This is the
wait.
Kicking in.
Not the Underdark. It was the...
Treants.
It was when Rasmus left.
Treants. There were treants at Carleone.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Carleone.
What the fuck? You're saying something of night. What? I don't know what that means.
That's where we met Bivrel.
Yeah, and that's where we got the Greater Restoration done.
The Joyous Night Medical Center is not where you met Bivrel. You met Bivrel in the safe house underneath the Inquiry.
And I meant the Joyous Night though.
Yeah.
Because I remember there were treants there.
Those were the ones that attacked.
Yeah. So I was gonna tell them, please be careful, because when we were in Carleone, there were treants, and I don't know if treants are here now. I hope not, but Better safe than sorry.
Well, they would absolutely have a tough time moving around these streets, I would hope. So, if there are any, we'll just tip them over. Maybe.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
That's close.
I think I can... I've worked enough with dwarves to know how to shape some stone in my day. I'll just lose some of the mountain and watch that tree timber on down.
Fine.
But if you do all find yourself... I had to figure out whose voice I was using. If you do all find yourself going to the Overhang District, if we're not back here by the morning, we're either dead, which is the worst scenario, or we are with Targrim in the Drake Thane Castle.
Oh. Well, I hope you won't be
Okay.
dead. Because that would be bad for everyone.
Would not be great. Especially seeing as you were the last one seen with us. You're the first suspects. As
Ooh,
they head out the door.
Kill us.
Now you
Masha
make me
would
wanna-
kill us.
Bivrel's the last one to leave. They hear you say that and just goes, "Oh yes, they will." Closes the door.
Now I really want to just escort
not
them
a-
all the way.
I'm not afraid of Masha.
You're afraid of a 14-year-old? Man.
No.
I'm not
Isn't
afraid
she
of
like
14-year-old. I'm afraid of whatever they are. I don't know. That thing is what I'm afraid of.
They'll be dead.
That thing.
Oh, yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
You're in Kai's home.
Do we need
Just the 4.5
leave
of you.
everyone?
Is this a good place for us to take a short break?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
I definitely laid the baby down because I'm
Yeah.
like, he's out. He needs to sleep.
But if you guys are preparing for a long rest, Kai, you go into your room in all of its glory, and with your 1,000,000 passive perception, you see a carpet that was not there before.
Oh.
Kai, as you entered your bedroom, a place that should be a safe haven, you notice something different about it. There's a rug where there was not a rug before. As we had kind of talked about during the break, you had some concerns. You do
Yeah.
know that there is a group of hooligans that go throughout the city and will just steal stuff. So that's a part of what your concerns are.
Oh, okay. I go over to the rug. I look under it.
You
I
pick
look
up the
at
rug
it. Okay, I pick up the rug,
and you see a hole underneath.
yeah, you see a hole underneath that is surrounded by dirt, and I go over to it and I use mold earth to kind of just like shift through all the.
We are talking about two different places.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, no, I open the hole and I look through it, look into it.
You see a hole that would be big enough for you to fit through.
Okay.
It seems like there's a tunnel system underneath your house.
I kind of call everyone else in. Hey, can we look through? Can everyone come in here, please?
What's wrong? What's wrong, Kai?
What's going? Do we all like fit in this hallway?
At this point, yeah, Kai has made room in his room so you all can come in. It's like
Alright.
there's a hole in my house and I didn't make it.
On the verge of tears.
Is this a natural thing?
No, I know there's a group of people that rummage through houses, and I don't like it that I don't know where it leads to.
They are called the rats as well.
They're called rats.
Rats.
Do you want to take a look around your house, see if you're missing anything?
I do. Give me a second. I kind of look at the rest of them, and I just say, "Can y'all all turn around for a second, please?"
I'm indecent.
Okay.
I don't have eyes.
Just flips the necklace over.
I move Earth to spin you around in the opposite way and be like, "Go away." And I go over to that painting, use move Earth, and check inside to see everything is still there.
Oh,
Everything is still there.
okay.
What did I roll?
Oh, good.
Interesting.
Good. Okay. I undo the. I put that painting back where it is, and then I undo the molder and make everything look back to normal. Okay, y'all can all turn around. All right. So that's fine. That's important because we might need that for later. So that's still there.
Then why can't you just tell us what it is?
Cause
I thought we were a team and we're trying to build trust.
Guilt touch, I
Okay.
don't think he knows you're joking.
Are you joking? I
Oh,
think
I'm
you're
not
so.
Oh,
The eyes open. I'm not joking.
I heard it in Ian's voice, and I was like, "Oh shit."
Okay. No, you're right.
It is hard to tell you when you're being sarcastic or not, Guilt Touch. It's like you have a not a monotone voice, just kind of like, you know.
You need
I
to
don't
use
know.
tone tags when you're talking.
Have you ever been sarcastic in your life, Guilt Touch? Actually, that's a great question. You know what sarcasm is?
No.
Well,
I was gonna say with that intel.
textbook, I do in fact know what sarcasm is. I would imagine I've been sarcastic before.
Okay, cool. But this isn't one of those times, so.
No, I think that if we're gonna building a team and everything, especially coming from Kai, that we should probably follow those rules set by individuals.
Right.
You know what? You're
I
right.
agree.
This is a trusting exercise, so I'll show you then. I go over to the painting that's over my bed, and you see a solid dirt wall. Kai uses mold earth or is it move earth? That's the cantrip, move earth, to do it.
It's one of them.
Whatever.
Doesn't
it's one of
matter.
them.
Tomato. Who cares?
Tomato. And you see the earth kind of just shift and create this little like crevice behind the painting, and you see a bunch of money, like almost like a horde. Not exactly like a horde, because that's the dragon's level, but like you see a whole lot of money sitting there, like an obscene amount.
I'm gonna lean
that's
over
what I
to
would-
Enos. Is that money?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what we used. What do you guys use at the Fey Realm?
Acorns.
Pixie
Hell,
farts and
actually.
acorn hats.
That is
Barking.
offensive. We don't use acorns.
Sorry,
Pelt?
I was being sarcastic.
Pins?
We use pine cones.
I see.
That's awesome.
I think we know enough about the
Pine
Fey
cones
Realm
are
at this point.
specifically for proposals.
Mm.
Let's just write that down.
Cannon.
Yeah.
I would decide what is canon.
Um,
There's a lot of regions in the Feywild.
He's just from one.
But yeah,
To be fair,
Towns.
I live in the forest, so
Well,
all right. I undo the dirt that's there to keep it all covered. I planned on using that whenever we needed it to buy something. It's the money that I've earned while working at the Broken Annabelle. All 11.2k, if in my notes correctly.
That's what your notes say. They shouldn't have changed for years.
Yeah, they shouldn't have changed. I just haven't looked at it in so long. Yeah, it is that amount. Something like that. Hold up. I can give you an exact number
It should
at
be
some
in,
point.
it's in
while
your
we're talking.
notes somewhere on your character sheet.
In D&D, like on my character sheet, and I'm trying to go to the right page to find it.
But yeah,
Anyway.
you guys have that painting, you have a bed, there's the hole in the floor, a couple carpets.
Yeah, I want to go over to the hole in the floor.
Okay.
I head in. Where does it lead to, or is it just?
You can't really tell because it like ramps outwards pretty quickly. If you want to give me a investigation check, you can.
Oh, maybe it's
Okay. And from my investigation, that is a 15.
You notice something fairly peculiar about everything. As I'm trying to find where your money is, I thought we had it somewhere.
Yeah, I know it's in my notes. It's just this is the downside of having so much
11.5k. It's in other
11.5K.
possessions under inventory.
Let's go.
With a 15, you know what stone shape looks like. You know what a pickaxe and a shovel would look like going through dirt and stuff like that. That is not what happened here. You notice this peculiar... I can't really say rifling because you don't really know what that is. But there's a consistent spiral pattern going through these tunnels.
Some sort of like mechanized digging.
That's what you can probably gauge from.
Okay.
Well, we should probably try to figure out where this is, and I'll jump in.
Okay. You kind of have to crawl in. There's no jumping. If you go feet first, you will get stuck.
Yeah, no, I'll like go like slide belly down.
Okay.
And Enos fit in here or no?
That's a great question.
It's tight for you and Enos with your new form, Kai.
Oh yeah, God, I'm a big bitch now. Okay.
But it is possible, but it is a tight fit.
All right. Going down.
Yeah,
I'll follow.
I'll follow right behind Enos, and I'm just like, is it this uncomfortable to be this large all the time? Like, do you just not fit anywhere?
I usually try not to go into cramped spaces for the same reason, but you know, you just kind of do what you got to do.
Willow,
I speeds up. Willow, are you coming with?
Well, I don't feel great about leaving my child, but I'm sure he's safe. Why didn't you let the smallest person go first? Is my only question.
No, okay, no, that makes more sense. We just followed after. Yeah, we just followed.
Yeah, Giltish kind of jumped in without saying anything.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
fine. I'm just thinking logistically, but you know, it's fine. I'll pick up the rear.
Giltish also's not that small anymore.
Yeah, I bulked up a little bit.
Yeah. The
You
boys
bulked up as well.
got big.
Yeah, we've been bulking.
Yeah.
We were bulking on that boat.
Yeah. How do you all want to move through this tunnel? You just gonna try and barrel through? You want to move stealthily, if you can, if that's a possible thing to do.
As stealthily as possible, because we know people have been here. People use this. Obviously, he's explained that to us. So I think we should move stealthily if we can.
Yeah, I agree.
And since
Here's my
I also forgot to mention a B detail, that has no real importance, but the rug did say "Home Sweet Home."
Not so I'm trying to. Not a squatter. Okay.
We got squatters' rights in D&D. Let's go.
Here's my question, Giltish. Can you see?
Yeah,
You have dark vision.
sure.
Why did you go first?
Y'all are talking too long.
Because
Trying to do shit.
It's a tunnel, right? We all have dark vision, I think. And now it's a tunnel, but the person without dark vision is going first.
Yeah.
He's got keen ears, though.
So I can see, but I'm only looking at Giltish's butt.
Echolocation. I hear very well.
So we're gonna try and do some stealth checks for everybody.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Let's see some big numbers. As
Just a regular roll.
yeah, just regular stealth as we pass midnight.
Oh God, yeah, we should sleep at some point.
I mean, we've been sleeping for a few days. We had a few days with nothing happening, right? Everyone should be good. I know I'm a full house.
I'm only down to divine intervention.
Yeah.
I got 14.
Okay, 14,
15.
15.
Divine intervention.
18.
I got a 22.
Okay.
No, wait, no, 21.
21.
You all
21.
feel pretty stealthy as you slowly army crawl your way through. You travel for about 10 minutes because of this cramped space for the three big boys in the front. Someone smaller, it probably would have taken a little bit less time, but not by much. But having to barrel your way through, this tunnel stays perfectly spherical the entire time. Circular, that's the word. Perfectly circular the entire time with that constant spiral going along it. Okay.
Oh God.
You keep going, you keep going. Does Giltesh have dark vision?
So the thing is, my familiar, we said, I believe, takes on the shape of a pseudo dragon. Correct. Pseudo dragons have dark vision.
Okay, so you have dark vision.
So, but does it need to be in the dragon form, or can I get that? Okay,
just how the necklace is.
So, if I
not to.
Yeah, if you're crawling, it's not great.
You're crawling. How are you gonna
staple it to his
What
forehead?
do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're on your stomach.
I can like hold it and like crawl.
Yeah,
It's like a weird.
yeah. You could flashlight,
situation.
Okay.
flashlight shimmy.
And theoretically, if this is also true, I would have 10 feet of blind sight.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Something that Raskus had for a while.
Yeah, so I have 60 feet of dark vision. So y'all can get off my ass.
But it smells great. You keep going for what?
Little dragon farts.
In this winding path, it for the most part is not harsh. There's no harsh turns anywhere except for the first drop in. About 10 minutes of traveling, your elbows are starting to wear from moving. It's not a good time, but it's movable. You can see ahead of you that this hole opens up into something, but that's just at the very edge of your vision.
There's an opening. How far away is it?
It'd be 60 feet.
60 feet. There's about an opening about 60 feet away. If we, just so y'all know. But I'm whispering.
Stage whisper.
Yeah.
Can I try to look past him?
You can. You're not gonna see much.
I have a dark vision of 120 feet, though.
Oh.
Okay. So perception.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm just gonna try to take a peek past him. Because you can't see off to what I can see. With a natural one, I can't see shit, but it's butt.
Yeah. You like every time you try and angle yourself, that's when he like corrects his shoulder, like bends his leg a certain way and just continues to block your movement.
It's just his massive.
Perfect.
Never mind.
I was gonna say dragon cheeks. My bad.
Does Giltish have a tail?
Oh, wait, I was gonna ask, do you have a tail?
I mean, I don't know. I've always described him as having a tail.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's true for Dragonborn.
Yeah, you can. It doesn't matter to me.
Hell yeah.
Just laughed at me at one point when I'm trying to look over. Just like,
Bah, bah, bah.
I'm like, I want to see the open. I'm like a dog,
step
and the
back.
tail just starts like wagging.
I found something.
Oh, guys, I found something.
Yeah, but do you keep going forward?
Sure.
You move closer and closer. You move about 30 feet closer. You don't see an end to this room, but you do know that this tunnel leads to some kind of room.
It opens up into a room, everybody. I'm gonna go.
What is your passive perception, Giltash?
That will be passive perception. 14.
You hear snoring. You hear the sound of someone snoring in the room ahead of you.
Someone is snoring. Just so we know if somebody is snoring in here.
Yeah. So you know that there is life in this next chamber.
Oh, this is gonna be weird. Does it sound like it's coming from a big creature? Like it's like a deep snore, or is it?
It's a fairly deep snore. It's a heavy sleeping snore.
Okay. It might be a big creature, but I don't know what this room is, so maybe it's whoever dug the tunnel. So maybe it's not as... Maybe it's about the size of the tunnel. We'll see.
Yeah. Do you move to the... Just keep moving forward? You want to keep going on in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you enter?
I mean... Yeah!
Okay. You stick your head through as you hear, and what do you think you're doing? As you feel a piece of metal go up to the side of your head.
Oh, hello. My name is Giltesh.
Oh, hello, I'm Jarvan. Hold on, let me remember names. Give me a second. There's so many names. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go with Jarvan.
Well, hello, Jarvan. I noticed that there was a tunnel in the area above us, and I just wanted to come down and see what it led to.
And what were you doing inside of Kai's house?
Oh, well,
Do I
with
hear
Kai.
him?
Yeah, you can probably hear like the muffled of Jarvan's voice.
Well,
You just hear muffled, Jordan, it's me! Jordan! Jordan! Jordan!
Did you kidnap my friend?
no.
And
no,
you hear him
he's-
pull something back on the piece of metal.
Oh, he is just a few like 10 feet behind me. I have no problem. If you allow me to fully enter, we can get him a little closer. You can see that he is unscathed.
Jordan, these are my friends!
We're his friends. That's what he's saying.
I need persuasion checks from both of you.
I was gonna say how convincing that sounds. Yeah, he's our friend.
The two negative charisma people.
I was gonna say, it's not gonna be good for Kai.
That's gonna be a 17.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 9.
If you're lying to me, I don't
I
know.
assure
I
you
don't
I'm
know what
not.
dragon guts look like, but I will spread them across this floor.
There's no need for that. You're pointing at my head anyways, not even my guts.
Well, now I see you are right in this instance. Get out of this hole.
And I'll fully get out.
Yeah. You shuffle into this room and you see this. It's like this weird oblong man-made chamber that your best guess would be have made with stone shape of some kind. You see tables lining this chamber. One table has this large mechanism that you have no idea what it could possibly do. You look over to the person you've been speaking to. You see a strong dwarf man. He has black, short buzzed hair on the side with a fluff of hair on top and a very well-trimmed beard that is starting to... You can't really tell, but it is grayscale, but you can see that there's some white starting to form along his beard. He is wearing a large duster and has this mechanism in his hand aimed at you. It has a little bit of faint energy pulsing off of it, but it does... Giltesh wasn't around for that, so never mind.
Ooh.
But he's aiming something at you as you move in. And then Enos fumbles in as well. More details about the room. You can see a bed where there's a fair-sized bed, definitely not made for a dwarf, where there is some man that's just like hunched over sleeping. You can't really discern any features about him at all. But looking around the room, you do see several other tunnels leading elsewhere. Kai runs through, and Jarvan just gives you a big old hug as you appear out.
Jarvan, I missed you so much, Jarvan.
Everything's been very interesting around here recently. Welcome to the Broken Anvil Safe Haven, I guess. I'm not used to talking this much. There's so many people.
I know. It's okay. How is everyone? I have so many questions. Where is everyone?
Willow enters. Oh, more people.
I'm the last one.
Oh, that's really good to hear.
I will walk up to him and I'll say, I know we just met, but if you will allow me, I could help calm you down. If you trust me.
There's so many people. If you all just go away, that would be cool.
Oh, see, well, we can't do that. So I'm gonna cast a spell on you, okay?
Private is going to be safe. It's a safe spell. It's to make relaxed.
Okay.
I promise.
All right.
And I'm gonna cast Firestorm.
I'm gonna cast Laid Fireball.
Yeah. Power word kill. No. Calm emotions. I'll kind of just like place my hand. Oh, I guess how tall is Jarvan?
He's like 3'8".
Okay, so I'll kind of like place like my hand like on the side of his face, and just like the warmth, to kind of like help loosen up everything, and just kind of take a moment like cast calm emotions on him.
That's a very nice, thank you. And for Enos and Kai, the thing that's in his hand, you've seen blueprints for once before. His is a little bit different.
You got that, Mickey.
It was for the gun that Enos tried to make.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks similar, but not the same.
Eleanor wrote down. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Huh?
Damn. Too soon.
Just be that way. You had so many questions. Do you want me to wake him up instead? He's much better about everything.
Yeah, that would be fine if Dorthax wants to talk.
Well, I think he wants to talk to you. As he like sprints over to the bed that's in the room and shakes it violently. You see, as I have to open character things.
You're supposed to be calm.
He's spastic. You can't fix spastic.
You can't fix this.
I'm so
Have to be on a
tired.
shirt.
You can't fix spastic. My dyslexia brain's I'm so burnt out from writing so much that this is hurting. You see a middle-aged half-orc man start to sit up. You can't really see his hair because he has one of those long hats on that has a little ball at the end. He seems to be in pretty good shape, though, as his shirt is on the very edge of being too small, as you can see that his muscles are stretching this shirt. You see the very beginnings of a scar going along the side of his head to push past over his right ear. And it is very dark in this room, but you all have dark vision. Every single person in this room has dark vision. That's it. You can see one tusk is visible. Okay. All right. What is happening? I'll be damned.
Hello.
It's the Firewalker and a bunch of randoms.
I have names.
Gotesh.
Yeah, I want you to introduce them to you guys. To you. This is Willow, Giltesh, and Enos. I've been traveling with them since the Winstead Festival that I went to forever ago. What feels like forever ago.
It's definitely felt like a lifetime for us.
Two of them I haven't been.
I've been here for a week.
Yeah, and Giltesh has been here for like a solid
3
3 weeks.
No, 4 weeks. It's been a month.
4 weeks
because you guys went through all the jungle and shit.
Yep.
I've been traveling with Enos for the whole time, except the time where I had to leave. But I could explain that later. Things have been so complicated.
Yes, I feel a little bit indecent wearing my pajamas in such a formal occasion such as this. But rips the hat off, and it's just peach fuzz hair, and you could get a very good look at the scar. He's always had this scar. It's from a accident that had happened within the broken anvil, but doesn't stop him. And he makes his way over to all of you and just like shakes all of your hands, keeping you for last, Kai. Like, well, if you've kept my employee safe, then I can only be thankful for everything you all are doing. And you, Kai, puts a hand on your shoulder. You've been eating well?
Yeah, he kind of looks down at his body. Is like, only it was that simple. Just fire elemental stuff has been going on with me. It's a little it's a little worrisome, but good at the moment.
Well, I'm very happy to have you back. Words cannot describe having you back here and our family being full once more.
While I was gone, I was checking up on you guys with some of my magic. I checked up on you, and he kind of whispers, I checked up on Mildred, and I wanted to see that you guys were all safe, because things are really crazy out there.
Yes, you're not kidding, but from some of the messages we've been hearing, we have it easy. Our guest, I don't know what to refer to this toddler as, isn't...
Guest is the best.
Yeah. This toddler isn't intent on killing people, which is nice, but there have still been complications going around the town.
Seems their intent.
Yeah. But we did hear about a good amount of Belmare being destroyed, which is a concern, yes, but the fact that it's not us means that we're happier for it. And you guys would know that Belmare is one of the other very large human-run cities to the north of the Dothic jungle and north of Carleone.
Yeah, we've seen people's brain be completely clouded and muddled. How is everyone here? Is our family okay? Is everyone mind-wise intact?
We've had our rough days, for sure, but with the Temple of Malil and its mere presence, it seems to have assisted us in calming those emotions down. Mainly because, as you might not know as well, I don't know how religious you were in your time.
I dabbled.
But Malil is big into music and poetry. And that's why this district is filled with wind chimes 24/7. Those chimes have kept people calm, which has helped us with this brain rot thing that seems to be happening.
Yeah.
When did you arrive? When did you get here? Like, it's so sudden.
Today. I learned a spell that we were on a boat for a long time, and I learned a spell that took us from the shore straight home.
Yeah, you all see, like, he's just grinning from ear to ear, like a father that's looking at a son and seeing him improve. Well, I knew I sent you on this trip to become stronger and break your, in the nicest way possible, attachment issues to us.
We don't have to get into that, but yeah, I understand, and I know I have a lot of apologies to give out at some point, but maybe under different things. Not right now. So the
rest of them are asleep
toddler-
as well.
Good, great. Are we like the toddler? Have they been killing people, hurting people?
If they have, it has been by sheer coincidence. Nothing. There doesn't really appear to be much malice in them, but they're definitely not good to have around.
Okay.
Oh Jesus, what did they call them? Who's Jesus? Oh, Malil. I have it here somewhere. Hold on, let me open my notes. Oh, it's not in these notes. Fuck me. Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong one. It doesn't fucking help. Still not in these notes.
Are those attachment issues to Dorthax or just to everybody in general?
To all of our employ.
Okay. Good to know.
But
Keep that in mind.
she's called the Armed Terror, I believe. That's at least the nickname that she's been given.
What was that again?
The Armed
Child?
Terror. Yes. She appears young, but she seems quite bright for someone of her age. I haven't gotten a close enough look to understand everything about this baby, but to me, I work with dwarves and sometimes humans. A lot of people that are shorter than me, I can't really tell. They kind of blend together, working here for as long as I have.
Damn.
I thought at first it was the dwarf saying that, and I almost went, there's not a lot of people shorter than you, though. But then I realized it was still Dwarfax.
Hey, watch your mouth.
You better be nice over there.
I don't know how to use this thing.
It's not even loaded.
But it doesn't have to be. But Mildred had come up with the idea of making this safe haven and having tunnels connect to all of our houses so that we could still put on the facade of everything seeming normal, because people are still doing that nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But we all lived way too far away within the Rolled Hills that we needed to have a local place outside of our workshop.
Okay. DM question. When we got there, I know it was at night, but like citizen count wise,
You got there
did it
around
feel
midnight, so
yeah, so
people
we
were
wouldn't know.
asleep.
Okay. Then I just asked Dorthax then. So during the day, are people still out and about, or?
A good amount of them are. The Melil Temple is getting a lot more guests in the coming weeks, in the last weeks. So, a lot of people's day-to-day, the markets are skeleton markets. The Steel Patch District, they're still pretty intent on going to work, for the most part. Some of the workers have stopped, but the business owners keep staying with it, which has also been a little bit to their detriment. Our shipments to Broken Anvil have stopped completely, but
Yeah.
we can't really work under these conditions anyway, so that's why we've built this little hole of paradise in our lovely mountain.
Is Lilith still making her rounds?
She does, but she does cautiously.
Okay. That's good.
She's spending a lot more times at the Telstone Barracks than she is down here with us.
Okay. I kind of nudge Iltesh and just whisper to that's the Dragonborn I'm talking about. That's my Dragonborn friend.
I've remembered.
Well, we're here if you need me to work on anything, do anything to keep you guys safe. You know I would do it.
Well, So, you've grown much more than I ever could have imagined in the 20 years you've worked for me. I think leaving it in your hands is our best option. This crew seems to be quite good. The rats have been becoming a little bit irritable, as in the last week or so. They have been jumping around this district as if they own the place, seeing as no one is willing to stop them, since all of the guards are at Telstone.
Yeah. If to them, we'll try to sort something out and stop them.
Let me roll something funny here. Natural 20. Well, it's fucking goddamn beautiful.
We love to hear it.
Yeah. There has been this one person that seems to be chasing down the rats, trying to slow down their progress. If you find them, they might be an ally. I'm not sure. But you know places to find odd jobs. Numbers has stuff for odd jobs. He might have a better idea of the underground. Most of us just stick to our jobs. I'm the most out there of our crew. So I have been known to talk to Numbers once or twice.
And we'll go over to Numbers, but also I wonder, who knows, maybe we'll find, while we're working some odd jobs, that we'll find a way to get rid of this toddler.
Yeah, that would be good. Typically, a lot of their spires, not many of their spires go through the Rolled Hills district. Their spires are predominantly in the Steel Patch district and close to Telstone and surrounding the Overhang district. But if you just got here, you might not have seen them, depending on where you possibly arrived from.
Oh, I arrived from the tree that's in the housing district.
Okay.
Resident district.
Got it. Then, yeah, the clouds were probably way too high for you to have seen the pillars.
Yeah.
But, God. You feel like you know someone for 20 years, and they just come back to surprise you over and over again.
Yeah. I'm happy to be back. Well, it's been really late. I'm gonna tomorrow, obviously. Because we are pooped. Very tired. Is there a way to get out that isn't through these holes, or?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
Start climbing back up.
Yeah.
It's like a chameleon. Just
Before we leave,
climb.
I might have missed it. Sorry, I tend to zone out a lot. So you'll forgive me if you had to repeat yourself. Where is this toddler child staying? Do you know?
I'm not sure where she's staying. The
They have
route.
a room.
They actually sleep next door.
Yeah.
The route to Broken Anvil kind of circumnavigates most of the city proper. So the last few trips we've gone there, the only times I've barely seen this creature is swinging from pillar to pillar.
Do you think they'd be at the what is it, like a castle where this person lives?
I don't think they've gone into the Overhang district. My only guess would be it's too adult for them. They're more interested in all the places with people of more colors and interesting diversity. There isn't much that goes on within the Overhang district.
So the king and queen should be fine then, I think, right?
King and queen.
Oh yeah, we did bring the king of queen, King Calder.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. King Calder is also here with us. Also, we was on a trip with them. The king and queen is also with us. Not here
So
at my home.
you left. You met a king and queen, and then you came back here, and the first thing you did was you came back to us? This is Jarvan.
Of course. Of course, Jarvan, of course.
He's just
They
crying.
had their own matters. They wanted to be around other political powers and try to figure out how to make something out of this horrible situation.
Well, that's... every sentence you say, and you and your crew say, is an absolute shock to, to my ears, and as we can see with Jarvan's. But you all...
He's a very important person now, just so you guys know. Kai's very important, very powerful.
Oh, gosh, you don't have to say that.
Yeah.
I'm just
We
saying,
wanna-
it's true.
So we're gonna
We
see you at
wanna
work
know.
tomorrow then, right?
Yes, you will see me at work tomorrow, 100%.
I'm just fucking with you, Kai.
Oh, okay.
This is our workshop, and you know how to get here.
Yeah, I do.
But I need to go back to sleep. That was my first rest in over 30 hours. So it was good meeting you all. Gilly, Nosy, Willow, and Kai. It was good to meet you all. You are definitely more important than I ever could imagine. I almost feel like I should be bowing in your presence at this point.
No. You're good.
You should.
Jarvan
You
immediately bows.
Yep, sure.
But it is good to have you back, and he brings you into a super big hug.
I'm happy to be back.
Now,
I lean into
Well-
Giltesh. Am I nosy or are you nosy?
I think you might be Gil. You might be Gilly.
I might be Gilly. Okay.
That's,
I'm just happy he remembered my name.
that was very kind of him.
I always remember a pretty face.
Fuck you, Dork.
My cheeks become like, whether they're green, they kind of start to turn a little bit. I guess it would almost look gray when I'm blushing because my blood's still red. So you can tell that like I'm blushing.
Oh.
Now, good night, and I'll see you in like 12 hours when I wake up. Jarvan, I
I
will
would-
kill you if you wake me up again. Please. Yes, sir.
And I guess we hop back into the hole and
I'm going first this time.
yeah, please do.
What? Did I do something wrong?
No, you
No, I
just,
can just go faster.
Yeah, they're skinny.
So unless you have anything else you
Okay.
want to do in the Broken Anvil safe haven, we can go back to Kai's house.
Mm.
I'll wait for the morning because I would it be possible, like, I don't know, for them to help me with armor, or would that be somebody else that I should go to?
Probably not.
not now at least.
Okay, all right, then I know where I want to go
Okay.
in
You-
the morning at least.
You all crawl back to Kai's house. Willow, you make it there a good 2 minutes faster than the rest of the boys. And you can all take a long rest. Unless you want to take watches.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'll take a watch. Kai will take a watch for one.
If anything happens during Kai's watch, I'll take the second one. But if nothing happens, I'll just sleep through the night.
Okay. Kai, give me a perception
Because-
check.
Oh God. Hi, that was the same number. Perception. Then it's I'll be fine. That is a 19.
You hang out in the front
11.
living room next to the only real entrance that you had known of before today to your house. Around 2 a.m., you hear some rambunctious talking that's just flies by. You can't really pick up many of the words, but you just hear like goofy laughter, and you hear the thuds of their feet on the rooftop, and then they jump and then just keep moving. So your best guess is those are the rats moving around the Rolled Hills district.
I kind of, once I hear it, I kind of like hold a produce flame, like cantrip ready just in case, so that I wait until the sound's over. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it's really quick. They in and out real fast. They're getting really good at moving across rooftops. But nothing else seems to happen. And you can all hit the long rest button.
Woo!
You start to wake up around 9 a.m. to get your full 8 hours. What do you want to do?
I want... Oh, my bad. You go first.
No, I was just going to ask you, Kai. Is there any place where I might be able to purchase or get some, preferably purchase some armor? I'm a bit... I kind of like point down to like the robes that I was wearing, like the top half is kind of like burned and charred away. I've like stuck with just like a little bit left after the explosion of the gym. I could maybe get a better fitting.
Yeah, there's an armory in the... Gotta scroll down, give me a
Steel
second. Steel Patch district.
There are 3 armor stores.
Yeah.
Kai, you would know that Cloudstone works a lot with Ansvelt metal.
Yeah. Gotta go back to... Gosh, my computer stopped dying.
New capital.
I will... Yeah, I go over... I go over to Giltesh. Cloudvelt is a armory for the really precious metal. And it's very lightweight, but it's also very strong and durable. And I haven't seen any metal like it anywhere else here. It has to do with a volcano coming down and a meteor. It's really crazy stuff.
The Ansvelt is from the clouds going into the mountain.
Clouds. I thought it was the other. It's something completely different.
Okay.
I was thinking of I looked at a different paragraph.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. I think I'm gonna go check that out. If everyone's okay with that. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out.
I don't know if we should split up here. I don't know. We do still have the sending stones, right? If we do want to split up and anything happens, Kai, you have one, I have the other.
Oh yeah, we had the other pair. I was gonna say I thought
we had 2 pairs, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I give one pair to them, and you have the other one. The other.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we want to split up, I can go for Giltesh, in case anything happens. I know they mentioned that this toddler child isn't really killing, so but in case anything happens, we should... I don't know. What do you think? Should we split up? This is your home, Kai.
It seems like
tagging along.
Yeah, we can all go together. I was gonna say, we can all go together, and that gives me a good chance to see how things are here and see. It wasn't as damaged, but I still want to take a look around. So
I can wrap Mikiel and just carry him on my back. I don't mind seeing more of the actual material plane and not just miles and miles of ocean.
Well, I'm happy to have y'all come along with me. Right. Tally ho.
Time to open my name generator.
Actually, right. Before we leave, I am gonna divvy up because I'm assuming we're gonna need some money. I'm gonna divvy up whatever's in my barrel that I've just been carrying around. No. You said it was 8,000, so we all take 2,000 worth of gold stuff. it's not just gold. It's also just like fucking gold silverware and shit like
just
that.
like plates.
Yeah,
Oh god.
What am I supposed to do with this?
it's
You-
like
you-
money. This is how we exchange things. So if you want something, there you give it.
Can you carry it for me? I don't have anywhere to put it.
We have a bag of holding, right?
Yeah, you guys have the bag of holding.
Okay, I'm gonna put all the shit in the bag of holding then. But everyone, just so you know, everyone has an extra 2,000 gold.
This bag of holding is pushing its limits for its size right now. yeah.
But yeah,
I'm gonna head over to Cloudstone.
Yes.
Well, I have now 2,010 gold pieces.
Oh, let's go.
I forgot I had that little, but honestly, it makes sense. And honestly, I wouldn't really have any.
That's awesome.
So you're gonna give the 2,000 to me? But yes, you leave Kai's house. The clouds are still rolling through. The gentle breeze with the clouds. The clouds aren't as thick as they were last night, so you can actually see several layers of terrace down below, where you can just see gardens popping up. You see a couple smaller trees that are bearing fruit. And this is when you've noticed for the first time the wind chimes. Ring, 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 just constantly going. As a little bit to the west of where you guys are now, you would know that the Temple of Melil is. Yeah, and you know that taking the alleyways are a lot faster than taking the main road as well.
I went out to Giltesh. I point at the temple as we're like making our way, and I'd kind of like direct like these alleyways are a lot faster to get from place to place.
Well, by all means, lead the way.
It's no eagle, but like it's fast.
And because you guys had stayed the night here, you're used to having the breathing and the atmosphere change.
Question: King and Queen, did they not come back?
You did not see them.
Okay, so that means they're not. Best case scenario, not dead. With the okay.
Well, they said 24 hours. It's only been 8, and they can't come out. And they can't come out during the day. So
let's hope for
Yeah,
the best
here.
case scenario.
So tonight we should be concerned.
check on them. Yeah.
You go up the alleyways, passing all the houses. You pass by another one of those little markets. And you go through a section of a much wider set of roads that has a bunch of carts on either side of the road. There's no houses on the wall, but there are still alleyways to go past these carts. These carts are filled with like knickknacks. There's necklaces, bracelets, homemade knives, things like that. Just a bunch of random tiny objects all over the place. And there are actually people at these little stations, and you actually see people walking around and moving throughout the city. Where Carleone was a ghost land and only the absolute insane were moving around, this city still seems to be moving, but cautiously. And continuing to travel up farther and farther up this mountain, you exit the level of where the clouds are, and it's a very strange sight. You see smoke plumes going off in different directions from all the different industrial aspects of the Steel Patch district that is now ahead of you. The other thing is these large horn-like shapes that seem to be protruding out of the mountain in many, many, many different locations. And all of you give me perception. All of you give me Arcana checks.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay, what's my
Yeah,
Arcana?
this should be hilarious.
Watch you get a natural 20, big brain.
I did. I actually hold on. Can you see
I
that?
love that I saw that. That's everything.
Can you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You want-
that's a 20.
That's hilarious. Thank you for calling that. That's
Barbarian go
absolute
brrr.
point. -1 is a 19.
Okay.
You got better than me. I got a 16.
19, 16, 12,
That's so upsetting. I got an 18.
18.
Come on now. Come on, Enos. Tell me. What's going on?
So,
I'm ready. Come on.
Enos and Giltesh, you get a pretty good understanding of what these horns are. And when I say that these are large horns, I mean they are about 50 foot wide at the base and protrude out about 150 feet.
That was so scary. I'm sorry. My oil painting thing happened again.
It's all good.
And my head rose up so slow.
So these are very large horns that there were probably buildings underneath them. But Enos, you almost feel your ancestral guardians start to appear as you hear them whispering around you. Arcane magics, pure magic, astral movement magic. And Giltesh, looking at these with your once wizard knowledge, it seems like these are made out of pure magic or essence of some kind. But easy enough. You guys can continue moving through. If you want to avoid the horns, you can. But if you don't care, then that's fine as well.
I mean,
Ooh, I'm interested. Ooh, I'm interested, but I don't want to right now.
Are these
I'm
not?
very interested.
Are these not part of the town?
No. I was very, like, upset. Not upset, but, like, very, like, freaked out by it. It's like, this isn't part of it at all. Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Yeah. But like, especially from this downward angle, looking up, think Machu Picchu meets the favelas from like South America. That's kind of the style we're going for, where there's just like buildings protruding from walls. They're stacked on top of each other, but it's vertical, basically. The verticality to this city is incredible. And it just like, once you get out of the clouds, you see it just expand outwards as well. There's tons and tons and tons of buildings here. And in between all these buildings are these large horns that approach, piercing the sky, some may say. But
We should. Oh, see, maybe we should try to avoid these, given the recent events with the family. They could be related.
Yeah. Let's avoid them for now until we have more information.
yeah, you travel through the alleyways, and you know where Cloudstone is. It's somewhat towards the center of the city or the district, but a little bit off to the eastern side. You travel through, and the front of this building is where most of the buildings have a square face to them. This one has a jagged cloud shape, very childish, almost how you would draw a cloud as a child, just very like squiggly designed. The door is almost like it shifts, or it looks like it should shift. It's a much bigger door than it should be, because it is shaped kind of like a gourd to try and also be in the shape of a cloud. The windows are this beautiful white stained glass that you just cannot see through by any means. And you open the door and you see a bunch of different types of armor. You see leather armor, metal armor, iron, gold. You see platinum armor. You see a couple sets of armor that three of you don't even recognize what metal it could even be made out of or fused with. And in the back of this shop, you see a little desk with a dwarf with this insane eyeliner going way too far out. Hair is extremely puffy. Just kind of sitting at the desk reading a book.
Oh. Good morning.
Oh, hello, darling. How may I help you?
Excellent.
Welcome to Cloudstone.
I love you.
Well, that's a little bit too forward for me, honey. I'm just
Sorry.
glad to have someone walk in my doors.
I'm here to purchase some armor.
Oh.
As you could tell, I don't really have much on me. And
I can
was
see your
told
shoulder.
that-
Scandalous.
Yeah. I was told that you possessed a very strong but lightweight metal.
Yes, we do
kind-
have
kind
some
of-
Ansvelt armor.
Ansfeld.
We have some lighter versions, we have medium, and then we have some that we give out for special guests that is much heavier, but doesn't really seem to mess with people that much.
Well, what are the? Okay, what are special about them?
Oh, so you're not from around here? I'm guessing.
No,
You don't know what
They're not from
Ansvelt
around
is.
here at all.
I don't know where I'm from. So
Oh.
You see her eyes start to water. It's like, no, not right now. I'm working.
as a child, my family. Anyway, sorry, I don't
Yes,
want to.
but this Ansvelt is a beautiful metal. I've never worked with it myself. I just sell the stuff. But from what I hear from the blacksmiths and the refinery that give me all of my lovely, lovely pieces of work, Ansvelt is sucked in metals from the clouds down below within the Rolled Hill districts. We have been mining it and refining it into a condensed amount of metal, mixing it with our other irons and tungstens and such. And the specialty of it is when you dig around it as the ore itself, it floats. It doesn't have a weight to it. So it's very interesting, especially as an armor. You can move around real nicely and not feel burdened down by all the heaviness of it.
You know, if you told me that story and I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe you. But that is impressive, I must say. Do you? I mean, what does that go for?
Well, seeing as Ansveld is very rare and it doesn't really go outside the city very often, we have started doing some trade with it. It is on the pricier side. It also depends on how much of the Ansveld you want, how much Ansveld armor you want. This is asking if you want light, medium, or heavy.
Oh, okay. I guess I wouldn't know. Like, if it's light, would the heavy provide disadvantage on stealth? Like, is it under the same effects as a typical heavy armor set, or is it?
Nope.
Would I know?
You can see a
It
set of
floats.
Ansveld armor there. If you want to go and test out some of the armor, you absolutely can. I won't stop you. If you want to just move it around, that's fine.
Oh, I would greatly appreciate that, and I'll move it around.
Yeah, you grab the rack. It's beautiful armor, extremely ornate. It looks more like chainmail than anything else for this heavy armor set that you're looking at specifically, because it's so tightly woven. It looks more like a woven basket, I guess I should say. It's so condensed that it looks like a woven basket throughout this armor piece. And you move it around, it stretches. It moves really lightly. You lift up the arms of the armor and they just stay there.
Oh,
You move the feet around, they don't seem to rattle.
how much does this set go for?
Well, typically that would go to our highest of the elite guards. And the pricing would usually be around somewhere from... Oh, let me check my book.
This is where they get you.
1,800 to 2,500.
Oh. Okay. What about the medium set?
Medium... The high end for medium would push you about 1,200.
Okay.
Because with the medium sets, we tend to not just have it be completely Ansvelt. With the heavier sets, we have to have it all Ansvelt, so it's a harder process, a lot more refining has to go into it. But the medium stuff, it's more inlaid into other metals and such.
Do you do trade?
Oh, I do trade. What are you thinking of as she pokes you?
Oh, I mean, for my friend here, I would, whatever you can get to lower the price for his armor, I could give you this beautifully crafted greatsword that you don't see this type of metal here, as I'm sure. This comes from the Underdark.
Ooh.
And I'll put the greatsword on the table.
Oh.
She grabs the handle and tries to lift it. Oh lord.
And I put it down with one hand.
It's
I just sell this stuff. I don't pick it up.
I can place it where you need it to just put it down so you can see it.
The main issue is here, honey, that this is an armor store. I have no idea what this could be sold for. I don't work
Ooh.
with weaponry.
I don't wear armor, so now we have an issue.
We have to go to an armory, Enos.
I mean, I don't know. I figured you.
I could call some friends.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
Call
help
some
my friend here.
friends.
Let me put it down again, and I'll look at it.
Right, of course.
Wow, those were two not terrible rolls for me. What is this metal? I have never seen it before. You said it was from the Underdark.
Yes.
She puts like a monocle on, staring very intently. So now her one eye is much bigger.
Oh, excellent.
700.
Do I? I don't remember what we got. This
I
for. We
have
probably got it.
no clue.
I know
Yeah.
we got it. We actually got it like discounted because we were part of the.
Yeah, you're a part of a family.
Or
You're part of the
army,
military
whatever.
family.
Yeah, we were part of the military, so we got it at a discount price. Does this seem like a fair price? I don't know. I'm not smart.
Give me an insight check.
Sure. Yeah, actually. And last night I did put my runes on my weapons. I put the fire rune on my new battle axe and the stone rune on the warhammer. Which I carry now both with me. Just whatever. So I would have advantage on insight.
Okay, go for it.
But that is a 3 and a 4. No, is that a 9 or a 4? That's a 4.
Damn.
The 3 and a 4. So no idea.
Seems like a
Sounds
pretty
like a
good
fair
deal.
price.
You know,
Sounds
if
like a fair price.
You know, I'm under the impression that if you can't remember what you paid for it, any amount of money you get for it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to help you.
It's basically a
to
profit.
lower the cost of it's to lower the cost of your armor.
I appreciate it.
Because I'm not going to use the money for anything.
Well, if I mean, with the sword thrown in, how much would the heavy arm with the special heavy be? 'Cause that's cool.
On the
It's like
lower
fish
end, it would be
head.
down to 1100. And the high end would be pushing 18. So the original price.
Kai, is this I mean, is it worth? Do you know?
Do you have that money?
I have that money.
Oh god.
You guys were just handed that amount of money. By
Oh
us.
yeah, the two. Oh yeah, I thought 11,000, not 1,100. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no. Only one comma here.
Well, yeah. Well, I know that it's very lightweight and, well, it's very handy. And would I remember the armor that Lilith would wear?
she had.
Would it be safe to assume it would probably be this armor?
It was a version of this armor. It wasn't a heavy armor by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But that was still when Ansvelt was in its main refinery phase.
Okay. I would say that it's very protective. Yes, I think it does its job well.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't believe we caught your name.
Oh, I'm Nuzzle.
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 What the fuck's the last? I can't do that last name. It's not gonna be
No.
Nuzzle Bloodchin. That's not gonna happen.
Nuzzle butt chin.
Blood.
Blood.
Oh,
Just-
Nuzzle butt chin's crazy. Yeah. Well, Nuzzle, I believe you have yourself a deal. I would love to purchase this armor set with the sword thrown in.
Which one do you want? Do you want a lighter heavy, or do you want the heaviest thing we have?
Oh, does the heavy? Oh God, I didn't know there was two different versions of the heavy. Does the heavy?
It's like there's different stages of heavy armor. Let's look at the 3 versions that there are, because I don't remember them off the top of my head.
Can I find this somewhere, or is this a
This is literally, it's basic armor, but you just don't have disadvantage on stuff. How do I search up heavy armor? Heavy. Nope.
You type HEAVY.
No. You would think that, right? Armor, common. So there's chainmail, that's heavy armor. Plate, which is heavy armor, and then plate mail, which is heavy, I believe. No, it's just those two. It's chainmail or plate.
Ooh. Oh.
Which chainmail is 16, plate is 18.
Well, if I don't.
Jesus Christ, I'm giving you a really low price. This is fine.
The sword was thrown in.
Yeah, if you go for plate, then I'm giving you a great price.
I mean, I have the ability with this, even if with the strength modifier, if that's still a thing. I'll tell you what. I will take the heaviest one you got.
All right. That'll be 1,800 gold then, with the sword thrown in that I cannot pick up. I'll have to call in my other person to do that for me.
And I greatly appreciate you selling this to me.
You hand over the gold, and she points over to the set that you were testing on.
Oh, yeah.
I will just let you know, it is a bitch to get on and off, but hey, it's extremely protective.
It's the cost.
And you now have 18 AC.
Let's go.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to buy from Cloudstone?
I want my Mariner's armor. I don't know how they could switch enchantments. So, because moving enchantments, I know is like 2 different processes along with getting armor. So I think I'm good for now, unless we find a magic shop, and then maybe.
Okay. Which you do know a magic shop. That's not too terribly far away. Another 15-20 minute walk.
Yeah. Then yeah, I'll hit up the magic shop just to see what's inside.
Yeah. You guys are all good here?
Yeah.
You open the door. You see this young girl standing there. She has these 2 very long, thick pigtails that go off the side of her head. Very round, freckled face. She stares up at you. I know you guys. What's up? And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hello.
Oh, that's the toddler, probably.
Yeah, we know her. We've met the whole family.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, I gotta check the Roll20. Is there a picture in there?
The Tansian family, yes. Oh, I forgot I can just show them to you. Bang!
Yeah, we have them. She doesn't look evil. Look at those
I
eyes.
know, right? She's
They
so
definitely
cool.
Don't scream murder.
Oh, I didn't realize I had...
How old does she look? Oh, daddy?
Okay.
What? What happened?
Godus.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I was still looking at the child. That's why I was confused as to what just happened.
She looks to be in her teenage years.
Oh, I said toddler, so that's not even.
I was like, they were calling her a toddler.
Yeah.
Sonya?
Yeah. Sonya.
We don't know their names, right?
No, you do not know that her name is
We
Sonya.
only know
Tansian.
Godus- we only know Godus's name and Helena.
Yes.
Do you have more up close pictures of Helena?
Oh, you have seen Helena. Bang.
Oh. Hey.
But yes, I need to end this
You look
episode.
freaky.
That's
So-
definitely not how I spelled Helena.
Yeah, I don't think that's spelled right on my end either, but it's fine. So, we'll start next episode with a conversation with the youngest of the Tanzian family. Thank you all for playing. Glad to be back. See you in like a month. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.